Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this beautiful Milkmaid top. So if you're interested in knowing how I achieved this, do not forget to hit on the like and the subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching my video, and if you're a new subscriber, thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate this. Thank you so much. So guys, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing I went ahead to do, I went ahead to mark the half length, that is from the shoulder to the waist, which is 17. So I marked 17 just like you see me doing. So I went ahead to mark my shoulder measurement 16 divided by 2/8. Then I marked 8. On that point, I came down by 1 inch in order to get my shoulder slope. So guys, the next thing I went ahead to do, in order to get my chest line, I'm just going to divide my bust measurement by 6, then add 1.5 to it. So whatever value you have, you're just going to place your tape from the shoulder slope and mark the value. So what I have is 8¼ your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. So I went ahead to measure from my shoulder line in order to get a straight line. So this is my chest line. So I went ahead to mark the shoulder measurement on the chest line so that I can get the armhole line. So you're just going to connect like you see me doing. So guys, the next thing I went ahead to do, I went to mark the shoulder to my bust point, that is from your shoulder to your nipple. So for this measurement it's 11. So I just went ahead to mark 11 inch, which will serve as our bust point. Okay, so next I'm also going to be marking the shoulder to the under bust, your shoulder to the under bust, and for this is 14. So just go ahead and measure, then mark just like you see me doing. Okay, so guys, this is my under bust and this is my half length or the waistline. So on the armhole line, I'm just going to divide my measurement into 2 and mark the center. Then also I'll go in by 0.5. On the chest line, I'm going to divide my bust measurements by 4. Then you mark. What I have is 40 divided by 4 is 10. So I went ahead to mark 10 inch on the chest line, and I'll just go ahead and connect with my curve. Okay, so this is my armhole curve. So next, I'm just going to determine how off I want this dress to be, because this is an off shoulder. So I used 7 inch. You can decide to use 6 inch or 8 inch. It totally depends on you. So I'm going to mark my bust span measurement, that is your nipple to nipple. Mine is 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I went ahead to mark on the bust and on the half length. So on the waistline, I'm just going to go in by half of an inch on both sides. The dart intake is going to be 1 inch dart intake. So just go ahead and connect like you see me doing. So next, I'm going to impute my waist measurement divided by 4. Whatever you have, you're going to mark it on the waistline or the half length. Then you're going to add up the darts, replace the darts, and connect just like you see me doing from the bust, from the chest line to the waistline. So you can add the allowance, the general allowance. So I used 1.5 inch as my allowance. You can decide to use 1 inch. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to cut this out just like you see me doing. Remember, this is an off shoulder top. So next, I'm going to place this on a new pattern paper and transfer this in order to cut the back. Make sure you leave a space for the zipper allowance. Then you're going to trace out like you see me doing. Okay, so guys, this is our zipper allowance. So on this side, I'm just going to go in by 1 inch or 1.5. Then you connect to the side. So this is now going to be our new waistline. So I'm going to be marking my bust span measurements. Okay, so I'm just going to trace the line, the chest line on the back. So just go ahead and trace it so that we can extend our dart leg. Just watch what I'm doing if you don't understand what I'm saying. So you are going to mark the same 4-inch our bust span measurements. So go ahead and connect it to the waistline. Then the dart intake is going to be 1 inch, half inch on both sides. So I'm just going to connect the points to my chest line, the dart leg. Okay, so this is it. I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is going to serve as our back pattern. Okay, so guys, this is our front and the back pattern. Here is the back and here is the front. This is what you should have and this is what it looks like. So guys, I'm going to be cutting through the under bust line. Okay, just go ahead and cut it. Then I'm going to cover up this dart intake. You can go ahead and right band. Okay, so just go ahead, and this is our band. I'm going to cover up the darts, then you can just secure it with your masking tape or sellotape, whichever one is fine. So this is our band. So next I'm going to transfer. I want two of these for the front pattern, so I'm going to trace this out and cut another one. So remember, we are going to slash and spread this. Okay, so this totally depends on how full you want the front to be. So use I went ahead to spread this using 1.5 inch. You can decide to use 1 inch or 2 inch, but this is 1.5. So just go ahead rule out like you see me doing. Then ensure you label this so you don't mix it up. Okay, just go ahead and label it. So next we are going to transfer this. We are going to be cutting this out. Okay, just go ahead and cut out like you see me doing. So make sure you label it. Do not forget to label. So this is it. We're going to transfer on a new plain paper. So I'm just going to start with the first one, the number 1, and also I'm going to rule out this line. So I want to open this up by 1 inch. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and place the next one after the 1 inch that I just marked. I'll repeat the same thing to the other side, to the remaining piece. So go ahead and mark 1 inch or 1.5. It depends on how full you want it to be. Okay, so just go ahead and do this. Make sure you follow the numbering. That's the reason why we numbered this, so you don't mix it up. So guys, I just went ahead to trace this out. Okay, so I'm also going to be adding 1/2 inch at the hem of this and also at the top part of this. We're just going to trace it out like you see me doing. Just watch what I'm doing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, make sure you add the necessary seam allowance. And guys, this is it. I'll just go ahead and cut out so you all can see. Next, we are just going to transfer this to our fabric. Okay, so this is it. I've gone ahead to transfer the back pattern to my fabric. Add 1/2 inch at the top and at the hem, and also I also went ahead to add my seam allowance at the top. Make sure your fabric is actually unfold, and I'll be using this as the lining. I'll be using the same fabric as the lining and the actual fabric. Okay, so this is the band. I went ahead to add 1/2 inch on both sides, and also this is my sleeve. Okay, so my fabric is actually unfold, and this totally depends on how full you want this to be. This is 18 and the length of this is 15. So you're just going to do your calculation and cut out the armhole. Also, this top is going to have gathers. Okay, so I just went ahead to cut out my fabric. This is actually optional. It depends on how full you want this to be. Okay, so I'm just going to be folding this. I'm going to fold one end of this. So just go ahead and fold one end. Okay, I'll do that and show you what it looks like. Like I said, this totally depends on how full you want this to be. And also I'm going to be sewing the hem of this sleeve, because this sleeve is going to have elastic at the hem and also at the top part. So just go ahead and create your elastic channel. Okay, so guys, for this I'm also going to sew the hem of the top of this using 1/2 inch. we are going to place them right side facing each other. And also for this back, I'll go ahead and fold it. Since I won't be using lining for it, I'll just go ahead and fold it. So guys, after I was done doing that, this is what it looks like for my sleeve. This is what it looks like. So make sure you do the same thing for the two sleeve. And also, I'm going to be adding my elastic to it, and I'll do that and show you the final outcome after doing fixing my elastic. Also, I've gone ahead to fold the hem of this because we're going to create gathers with this. So I've folded one end. Okay, so next I also went ahead to stitch my dart for the back, and also I folded the top part of this of the back. The next thing I went ahead to do, I was after stitching the inside, like I said, I turned it to the wrong side. I turned it to the right side and I gave it a good press, and this is what you should have. So guys, I'm just going to get the midpoint of this front. Okay, so I'm going to be marking 1 inch just like you see me doing. We are going to be creating a channel. Okay, you know it has a rope at the front, so I'm just going to connect like so to the other end. Make sure you mark 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and stitch on the lines that I just marked. Remember, you are going to be marking on the lining parts, not the actual fabric. Okay, so I went ahead to make these strips of this rope. I'm going to be using this for the front. So guys, after I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. Remember the center part, I'm just going to turn it to the other part, that is the actual fabric. Now I'm going to notch it a little. I'm going to open it up a little, just a little, so that we can pass the rope through that channel. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to use my safety pin and I'm going to pass this just like you see me doing. Okay, just take your time and do it well. So I'm going to secure this end with my safety pin, so that just to hold it in place. I'll repeat the same thing to the other side as well. Then I'll go to my machine and stop stitch, just secure it. I'm going to use my safety pin. I'll repeat the same thing, okay, to this second side as well. Just take your time, take your time. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please kindly do so. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And so guys, this is it. I went ahead to secure with my safety pin, and can you see it's already giving us this ruched effect, this Milkmaid look. So for this I'll go ahead and make a gathers. Just go ahead and make a gather and make sure is going to be the same length with the band. So this is our sleeve. I've imputed the elastic, and this is it. It's looking so beautiful already. And yep, this is it guys. I went ahead to make my gathers and make sure it's the same length with your band. So for my band, I went ahead to iron my interfacing gum stay, then I notched the center. I will repeat the same thing to the lining part. Go ahead and notch the center of the line of your band, the lining part of your band, notch the center, and I'm going to place these upper bodies right side facing each other, the right side, and I'm going to stitch very close to it, okay, until I get to the end of the band. So for the lining piece, I'm going to place the right side of my lining on it, just like you see me doing. Then I'll go ahead and stitch just to cover the rough edge. Okay, we want a neat finishing. And so guys, after I was done doing that, this is what it looks like. I gave it a good press, and right now I'm going to place the back and stitch my seam allowance. Just go ahead and impute your body measurements. Then I'm going to make my gathers for this. Remember this, I'm just going to make gathers, make gathers, just split it around. Okay, just go ahead and split it all around. I'll do that and show you. And this is it. This is what it looks like. This is it. It's looking beautiful already. We are almost through with this top, and this is the upper part. Guys, this is looking so fine. I'll go ahead and fix the sleeve to this dress. Remember, the sleeve is ready, and I will show you the final outcome. So guys, do not forget to fix your zipper as well. And yep, this is it. It's looking so beautiful. If you find this interesting, do not forget to share this video, like and drop a comment. Okay, thank you for watching my video to the end. I sincerely appreciate this and I'm grateful. Thank you so much guys. I'm so grateful and I love the outcome. So guys, until I see you in my next video, bye.